You're welcome to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let's start all over again.
Yes,
That was Sheriff and I faffing around. Anyway, you're welcome to the program. Today we are going to focus on the plight of the Elger people. I have two distinguished gentlemen. One particularly, excuse me, sir, if you don't mind. One particularly, I have heard of and known all my life, and his contribution to the television industry is well known, the film industry. His name is, he used to be, in the media we don't give titles. It was just Bayo Awala. If you saw all documentaries in NTA in those days, Bayo Awala. But today he's now a reverend, and it's Reverend Bayo Awala. Morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning.
Morning, yes. How are you?
Thank
How many
you.
years did you spend in NTA?
Precisely 10 years.
10. But the 10 years looked like 30. It looked like a lifetime. And you were into production.
I produce mostly drama programs.
Give us 2 or 3 names there of the drama programs that you produced.
Okay. Well, the most popular, of course, was Village.
Village Master. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. There was On Stage, and then, of course, there was a program that I was lumped with, Artist Showcase.
Well, I think you are more known for Village Headmaster. The sad part of that story is that you can't find most of the tapes again.
Even before I left NTA.
It was like that. Very sad. It's sad you can't find tapes like Babbage Show, all those, all gone. There used to be a popular program, sir. Take a trip.
Yeah.
You can't find the tapes.
You can't. That program was personally, initially led by Segun Oloshola himself.
Yes.
Take a trip, yeah.
And then there was a series on Fela too. Anyway, that's you're here because of the Elger people.
Thank you very much.
And then we also have Dr. Joseph Ayelaje. Did I get that?
Yeah.
Ayelamaje.
Yeah.
Okay, Ayelaje. You're a doctor of medicine, sir.
Yes, sir.
When you hear doctor, we need to qualify it.
Yes, a medical doctor.
The other day I got a letter, Sheriff, and some people are offering me an honorary degree. But to do that, I had to buy this certificate, buy this, buy that. I said, I'm glad I'm well known as Jimi Disu. Adding doctor to it is not going to make any difference. But gentlemen, you're here principally to talk about the plight. I assume both of you are from Elger.
Yes, certainly.
Now, Elger is in what state? I'm asking deliberately because some people believe that it goes beyond Ondo State. Where is Elger?
Elger, a group of people who migrated from Ile-Ife and settled on the coastline of Ondo State.
Ondo State.
Principally.
But you have Elger people in Makoko.
Elger was originally part of Lagos colony.
I see.
Before I think 1914. Yeah.
Because there's also Elger in the Bariga area, in the coastal area.
In fact, you could say that Elger owned Bariga.
Really? Then we own the Elger with us.
Yes, and they have mainly found in the coastal area of the state or the country.
It's your people that have these moving logs of wood that come all the way from Ondo to Makoko. Is that right?
Yeah,
yes,
it's
sir.
Elger people.
Yes, sir.
You have a very strong bond and quite known in the Yoruba map. But you can say that principally you are in the coastal area of Ondo.
Ondo State, yeah.
Ondo State, yes. And it's not extended in any manner.
Well, there is a mix between the Elger and the Shekiri,
yes.
Especially because of the proximity, in the coast.
Yes.
Yeah, so you have Elger extending to some part of Delta State.
Delta State.
Yeah.
But the one that gives you the most concern is that part in Ondo. Am I
Yes.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you tell me, sir, what the problem is?
Thank you very much. I grew up in Elger land,
Okay.
and I schooled there.
Okay.
In those days, we used to walk for about 2-3 kilometers to get to school along the coast.
Just along that coast.
Along that coast, yes. We used to, it was very, very serene and truly very, very serene. And it used to be when the waves come lapping at the shore, you have a tingling sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's but well, good things don't continue forever.
Well, that kind of sense that wants to make you jump in the water.
Yeah.
You are right, exactly. And then of course all of a sudden the things started breaking down.
The shoreline.
The shoreline started breaking down. It started like a small forge, and of course before you could say Jack Robinson, it developed into a massive yawning gap, between brothers and sisters separated, along various lines,
Oh, okay, it broke the lines intermittently.
That's
Yes.
what's been happening.
Yeah.
That's what's been happening. The ocean was keeping off the land. It used to be about maybe 1.2, 1.5 kilometers, but right now as we speak, we have less than 300 meters.
Where is the pressure of the water coming from? Have you been able to trace it?
Well, no, what happens is the waves, the ocean waves.
Yeah, but something must be putting pressure on the waves to erode them.
Well, I think it's climate change.
So it's an international phenomenon.
Yeah, it's climate change, yeah.
Did you grow up in India too, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I had my school education too in that area. My primary school, secondary school.
So I assume at the very least you're a very good swimmer.
Yes, certainly.
All of us.
All of us. You can't grow up there without being know how to swim. You can't.
I need to clear a myth that we have about coastal areas. It is said that once a child is born, the child is thrown in the water.
No, that's not
and the child can then swim.
No, that's not true.
It's
but,
not true.
But the truth is, and many people do not know this, when you put a baby in the water, it doesn't sink.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yes.
It doesn't sink.
I will sink. I'm ashamed to say that I would have a swimming pool in my house where I live, a swimming pool where I walk, and I have this fear. The problem I have is, I don't just like the feel of water in my ears. But that's a story for another day. So, what do you think can be done to? Is it going to cost a fortune, though?
I think so. Elger occupies a territory of about 88 kilometers along the coastline.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's almost like Lagos Ibadan.
The longest coastline in the Federation.
This new coastline that the federal government is building from
Lagos.
here to Lagos, is it going to go through Elger?
It's going to go through Elger.
Yeah, likely going to grow.
No, not likely. It's going to go through Elger.
So wouldn't that solve the problem?
It won't. It
Wow.
won't. You see, I took the trouble to find out, and they told me, there are some filling, but they will only some fill right of way, and that right of way is what you will call maybe about 3-4 lanes, going and coming. So give it some fill about 100 meters. And so that's all they.
But doesn't that the thing that is permanent in life is change? Doesn't that kind of indicate that that's the new Elger? I know it could be sad, to think about what you'll be missing, but I think that everywhere in life changes depending on the pressures. This is not the Victoria land that you had. I think I'm sure when you were in NTA. You remember? He said it. You remember there was a time NTA, the last bus stop was at NTA.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
yes.
the rest was beach.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but look at what we have today.
Well, you see, I hope that will solve it. Before the British left, or they were forced out, there was a coastline. A coastline road that was designed. This same coastal road has been designed since then, and it has just taken the government this long to fix it. And for example, I learned that in this year's budget there was no provision for a coastal road. They didn't make any provision for it. So you see, we are not going to rely on government seriously, because for one reason or the other, maybe financial or political or whatever, it may never be done. And I tell you the truth, if it is not completed under the Tinubu administration, no government will take it up.
Why? Is he from Elger?
Who?
Tinubu.
Well, no, he is not. But
no, when you said that if it's not done under the Tinubu administration,
because of
he has a particular law for Elger.
I'm not so sure, but because of the what we know of government projects,
You never know who the next president might be. He could jolly well come from Elger.
Oh well, okay, that's true.
Life is. I'm just wondering why you said. Yes, I agree. You'd want it done ASAP, but I wonder why you stress that if it's not done by this government. What exactly do you want done?
Good.
If you say the coastal area, the coastal road from Lagos to Calabar goes through, so what exactly do you want done?
Doc?
Yeah,
No.
I think that's only where we're saying that the things should be done around this period. I'll come to that question anyway.
Yeah.
It's because of the encroachment, the magnitude at which the damage is being done to this to that environment. And we hope that government should just act fast now. And this government, and since we know President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a man of listening, and we believe that he will do that just that. Yes.
Did you raise this when Buhari was president?
It has been for long. It has been for long.
You didn't get any reply.
We didn't get any reply. Even before Buhari, it has been for over almost over 50, more than 50 years ago.
More than 50
Okay,
years.
have you made a formal presentation to President Tinubu?
No, we did
I
not.
wouldn't- I
No,
wouldn't
the
say
government did not.
Wouldn't that be the first place to go?
Well,
It's not going to pick it up on radio.
that's the
Excuse my pun.
Okay, that is on the government side.
Yes.
I mean, we are individuals. We are not speaking for government. We're not part of the government. We spoke only to the Kabiyesi of Ugbo, who is the Akinrutan. He's the only person we recognize.
That's the Olugbo.
Olugbo of Ugbo.
There's a rumor going around. I hope it's not true.
It's not.
It's not. You know of it.
What?
Yes.
What rumor? Don't kill him,
It's not. It's not. The man is still ahead. It's not.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
All right.
It's the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. I have Reverend Bayo Awala and Dr. Joseph Ayelaje. It's 9:20. We are going to open up our lines. Where's the telephone number? Oh, you know the number? Okay.
All right. The number is 0201 465 7190.
And the number is open to everybody.
That's right.
And also the WhatsApp numbers. So we have a caller there. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. It's gone. Yeah, that's him. Back. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning.
Hello?
Good
morning.
Yes,
Just
we are
go
hearing.
on.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
This is Pastor Ladipo.
We know you are the one.
Calling
Just
from
go on.
Orile
We know where you live. Just go on.
Okay. Uncle Jimmy, that is my ancestral home.
I know.
From Elger.
I know.
So, Uncle Jimmy, quickly,
Yes.
because of my time, two things I will say. One,
Yes.
we now have a governor. We now have Elger as a governor. What is he going to do about Ayetoro? Are you getting me? That is one.
Yes.
Two, Elger, the coastal line needs dredging. It is the log that has been dredged. And number three, they said it's a climate change. Another thing that caused those things that happen is man-made, because the fishermen, they create pathway to the sea. So the encroachment of the sea is what is coming to destroy these communities. I am from Sheluwa town. We have to close our own canal that leads to the sea. Otherwise, our community too would have been swallowed. So now that we have an Elger man as a governor, is it his priority now to take care of those those places? Ayetoro is a kind of city that is known for the first city that has a technical school in Nigeria, where the white people came to train. So what we are doing now, all our politicians are taking advantage of the people coming to the city to build big houses. And after they finish agitation, once they do the agitation and finish the agitation, that is the next thing they come to do.
Okay.
So for me, let the coastal line be dredged. It has been dried up. There is encroachment. Let them see how they can close up some of those canals.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
Well, before I get your reactions from what you just said, I think that this thinking in Nigeria that once your son is in charge, either as governor, commissioner, whatever, your problem should be solved. The governor is governor of Ondo State. He's not governor of
Exactly.
He's not going to pull some out of the sky. But that's the unfortunate place we find ourselves. But do you agree with what Pastor Ladipo, who we all know?
I think he alluded to the fact that the issue is man-made. No, it is not man-made.
You disagree with it?
Yeah, no, it's not man-made. Globally, we know the damage that climate change is causing. Coastal regions globally.
Yeah.
So it has.
But he talked of canals, though. And my thinking is, if you open a canal,
let me tell you about the canal that he talked about.
Yes,
that
sir.
canal, when it started, was like a small, maybe about 3 feet wide.
Really?
Yeah, we used to jump it. We used to jump over. Because the women cannot jump, they will just, walk
Find
around
a way around it.
Yeah, find a way around it.
Why couldn't the women jump, if I may ask?
I don't know. Maybe because of their makeup. But you see, that is where it started. It started and then it grew. Became so wide now.
Okay, sir. We'll take a short. You don't mind me, sir. I'm a bit of a prankster. We'll take a short break. When we come back, I'll continue our discussion. So don't go away.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Well, let someone shout hallelujah.
Something extraordinary is about to happen. Get ready for the Light of Lagos Crusade 2025. Happening live on Saturday, 22nd February 2025. Venue, Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos. At 8 a.m., the program begins with the prayer conference, feast of worship, and atmosphere of pure praise at 2 p.m. Crusade at 4:30 p.m. Ministering, Pastor Paul Eneche, Pastor Isaac Oyedepo, Pastor Michael Oropo, Pastor Kalu Ndukwe, Pastor JT Kalejaye, Pastor JF Odeshola, Pastor Yemi Davids, Bishop STV Adedite, and of course our Father in the Lord, Pastor E.A. Adeboye. Music ministration by Chioma Jesus, Nathaniel Barsi, Messi Chimo, Dusi Oyekon, and Kunle Ajayi. Free buses at major bus stops across Lagos from 11 a.m. It is time to light up Lagos with the glory of God. See you there.
Well, let someone shout hallelujah.
Let me ask you a question. What holds you back when you wake up each morning? Is it the uncertainty of how the day will unfold? And as the day goes on, what makes your heart race? Is it the quiet fear that maybe you're not doing enough? And when it's evening, is it the longing for just a little more time? Whatever it is, remember, challenges don't define you, but how you rise to meet them. Staying connected to your dreams, that's how you break free from limits. Get unlimited data plus up to 6-hour battery backup to keep you connected without interruptions on Airtel 4G 5G Smart Connect. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to find out more. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
As we celebrate 10 years of 7-Up and Lagos City Marathon being in the game, we have to give it to Lagosians. We know all about running. To enter Danfo,
we run!
Small rain,
we run!
Sun,
we run!
Unnecessary billing,
we run! This is Lagos, and we love running. So, whatever your reason for running this year, own your lane with 7-Up at the Access Bank Lagos City Marathon on the 15th of February. 7-Up, the diff is clear.
I'm in love, Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open, is it to squeeze, is it to scoop and is it to stir? Dishes come alive with so much taste. Sonia tomato mix, of course. Sonia tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia tomato mix, stand up pouch.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand up pouch.
So much enough.
Hello, Mrs. Martins.
Yes. Oh, Mrs. Johnson, how may I help you?
Junior's body temperature is high and he's complaining about headaches and body aches.
Not to worry. Get Bruston and suspension.
Okay, ma. I'll call you back.
Bruston and Suspension for Children is a sweet-tasting brand of ibuprofen which provides relief against toothache, pains, and fever in children after 30 minutes.
Hello, ma. Oh, Junior, stop that.
Is everything okay, Mrs. Johnson?
Yes, ma. Junior is fine now. In fact, Junior, sorry, ma. I'll call you back.
Brustin and Suspension for Children. Always take the product after meal. If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult your doctor. A quality product from Rambaxay.
In a world where words hold power, where only the sharpest minds survive, one stage will decide it all. On February 17th, 2025, the battle of intellect begins. The I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament returns, where the best young debaters go head-to-head, armed with nothing but facts, logic, and the will to win. Who will stand their ground? Who will outthink, out-argue, and outshine the competition? IBTD Debates Competition Studio reopens February 17th at 4 p.m. Tune in, witness the debates, watch history unfold. I Beg to Differ is proudly supported by Obiwizi. Prize money sponsor, Tollywood College, Lagos. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
There are so many distractions taking away the attention of my family, from phone screens to work screens and others. But when my family hears this, when I cook with Devon Kings, we all come together to bond, taking away all distractions. Hey, no phones at my table, please. Oh yeah, let's eat. Cook up unbreakable buns with Devon King's range of cooking oil, margarine, spread, and seasoning. Great for bonding moments. Devon King's, taste that binds. Available across stores nationwide.
Life can sometimes feel like a marathon, but one thing's for sure, running with friends feels better than running alone. So don't just run them with your Paddy of Life, Aquafina Premium Drinking Water.
Your Paddy of Life.
The 15th of February marks the 10th edition of the Access Bank Lagos City Marathon, and Aquafina has been the loyal paddy for 10 years, refreshing and hydrating runners every step of the way. There's no better time than now to run the Lagos City Marathon with Aquafina, your paddy of life.
Sorry, madam. There's an emergency at the shop. They need you now. It's a serious...
Nothing is more serious than a Golden Morn breakfast with my family. Don't you understand? All our winnings start with a nutritious golden breakfast. Now, sit down. Please join us.
Yes, ma'am. At once.
Breakfast is serious business. Handle it with a nutritious Golden Morn. Now with a great new look. Trust Golden Morn to help throw your family to win every day. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
The average Lagosian is always running, whether running for health, for business, running towards goals, or even running late, a race against time. At the end, we are all united in our race towards various goals. Keep running. Join the Access Bank Lagos City Marathon on the 15th of February 2025 and stay connected with Airtel, the official telco partner. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
In the cooking game, you need a winning game plan. I'm not just talking about your fresh ingredients, utensils, or cooking skills. I'm talking about your choice of seasoning. Your game plan is incomplete without Maggi chicken flavor. Made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric, it's the game changer. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, the game changer.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
You're listening to Jimi Disu, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
You welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, and I still have with me Reverend Bayo Awala and Dr. Joseph Ayelaje. I got that.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And we are talking about the plight of the Elijah people, which we can't finish talking about, even if we spend 10 hours. You've put some documentary together. You told me. What's the documentary called?
Odiboshe.
Odiboshe means bye-bye.
Yes.
And so bye-bye to what?
That's why we are here. Except
Okay.
something is done. Except something is done, Elijah will soon become history.
But that title is frightening.
Yeah, it's purposely chosen because we need people to understand what we are going through. If the surge is not fixed, Elijah will have to be moved. They will have to be moved out of that area. And I can imagine
To God knows where.
And I
don't know where,
there's nowhere to move to.
Yeah, the environment is gone.
We are talking of a population of about close to 1 million. Where would we move them
Do you
to?
think, sir, that the place could actually be physically overrun by the water?
Jimmy, that space used to be 1.5 kilometers. It's now less than 300 meters.
Wow.
So Elijah is 300 meters away from being moved.
So, who do you run to in this? Who do we hold directly responsible?
For the past 30 years, we've been crying to government.
State or federal?
State. Where, because it belongs, where, the politics of ocean, whatever, I don't understand it. So let me not pretend that I know about it. But I know that, about maybe 200 or 250 kilometers of, nautical miles of the sea belongs to
federal government.
Federal government. Yes. I'm told that both state and the federal government have access to the coastline.
What would you want them to do specifically?
Specifically, we are calling. Well, the purpose of the documentary is to do a global campaign and say existentially Elijah is nothing. We don't have education, we don't have schools, we don't have water, We don't have electricity. Maybe except for these days of what do you call it? Generators. The largest child has never seen a bulb. It's only when you go to Lagos or you go to Sapele or you go to where that you know what
but
light is.
These are two different issues.
No, they are not two different issues.
Are they related?
They are very, very related because you cannot put, any physical structure on a ground when you know it will be washed off by the sea.
So, do you want them to move the Elijah people?
We want them to sandfill that place and do an embankment. See, what Lagos government did here is wonderful. To the Bar Beach.
Yes.
I was there. I saw it. I knew what it was like.
So you want it replicated?
Exactly.
Do you honestly believe that the state would have the resources to do it?
The state can't do it. I don't even believe that the federal government can do it. That's why. So the campaign we are aiming at is do a global campaign, because this is climate change, and we know what is responsible for the climate change is it's the taste of the West,
So who would you? I mean,
can I come in? Can we really agree that the state cannot do that? Honestly, I only believe the state won't be able to do that, because Lagos State government did, and we can get testimony to that. And Lagos government did that, and even if you go along that line to Delta State, we even see what the oil company did.
Let's be very honest with ourselves. I don't know if the Lagos State government did it fully, but it was a commercial venture. It was
done,
and it would pay its way.
Certainly.
Can that kind of thing be replicated in the Nigeria? No.
Oh yes,
it should be.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Yes, it's possible.
That's why we're here. It's
because
possible.
The Lagos one is a commercial venture, and there's returns.
Yeah, the place is open for commercial activity. It's open. We have the Araromi beach that is even opening. It's a new area, and it's area that could be developed for tourist center.
In Elijah?
Yes.
Yes, Araromi.
Araromi very close to Lagos. It's very close to Lagos here.
It's very close to Lagos, yeah.
Very close. Araromi
It's very close to Lagos by sea.
By sea. Yes, but of course, what we're saying is you see the same bar beach that we're seeing here. This beach, the same beach that runs to that area. There's no. It's just the same line along the coastal line. It's not as if there is anything too different. But of course, Lagos State, developed theirs, and some part of river, Delta State will develop. I'm talking about the Chevron area.
Chevron, yes.
Yes. There's a particular Escafos were developed by Chevron, by the oil company.
Yeah.
But of course, if they do that and they were able to limit the effect of sea incursion, and Lagos government did their own, able to limit that, then we believe the Ondo State could also equally do the same thing. But so most of these things that happen may occur due to this effect of oil exploration by the oil companies. That aggravated some of those problems.
So you also think that they owe you an obligation to do?
Certainly.
Okay, we have a caller here. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Quickly, please.
This is another Elijah man talking. Olusegun is my name.
Yes, sir.
The idea you people have been able to say it. Rocks that were used for the Lagos seafront is common in Ondo State. Very, very many. I don't know what is wrong with us bringing ideology that, okay, if this is done in Lagos, let it be done in Ondo. And Ondo is an oil-producing environment. We have a lot of advantage. It's like we are having oversight. People are not looking towards that. And like my elders there said, it is a tourist attraction. With the Lagos-Calabar road, it will be marvelous. It will be a revenue-making environment. Thank you, sir.
He seems to have something that might. You want to say something? Yes.
I want to say something. Yes, thank you very much for that wonderful performance and contribution. Really, I think I've said that over times we have a group called Elijah Development Summit Group, and I've suggested, and I even suggest to the government that that area could be saved. There's not too difficult. We have a lot of stones, big stone in the Korean in Odo State that we could cut into sizes that we could put along this coast. Look, even not too much depend on government, but of course we won't say government will not assist. Then we could put those things along the coast to stop this encroachment on the sea, on the salt line. To me, I think it's for us to have the idea. We have to first of all imagine it, how it will work. Then we will execute.
Have you made direct representation to the Ondo State government, which incidentally you said is headed
we are
by,
there. We made representation. We made phone calls. But of course, they are part of the system. They know. They visit all these places every day. We are there. We are there. It's not as if somebody going to tell somebody.
Are you holding your son responsible that is not sensitive to the plight of his people?
No, that is not. But it's just there. It's just less than a year. Just less than a year.
Is there any hope? He has only 3 years.
Certainly, there should be hope. That's why we are here.
So the documentary, sir, is it ready or it's in the making?
No. It's in the making. The documentary is in the making. Yes.
When will it be ready?
Well, we've created a website for it.
Okay.
Yes, we've created a website for the documentary. It is odigboche.co/documentary.
Yes.
Yeah, we want people to go there and see the website and then make contribution to the understanding of what we are going through.
Oh, you want the documentary funded?
Yeah.
I'm sure the sons and daughters of Elger can't fund it. A documentary won't cost an arm and a leg.
Well,
yes.
That's the idea, really. That's the idea. As many people as are so inclined.
Yeah, don't you have your various town unions and so on and so forth? Your son is the governor now, but the key treasury of the treasury even the state can fund it.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you make a formal request, if you make a formal request to the state, after all, it's the state matter. The state can fund it. Have you made the representation to the state?
Yeah, well, I did. We did. Initially, when this idea came to us, the first person we ran to was this man who is now the governor.
Governor, yes.
Yeah, he was deputy then.
Mm.
I made the presentation to him. I think he liked it, and he said I should, write it. I did the write-up, sent to him. In all fairness, I think that most governors or most elected officers are held captive by their subordinates. He gave me the phone number of his chief of staff, like when I should call him, and he will let him see me.
Mm.
I called, I sent text messages, I sent WhatsApp messages. I didn't get any response. So I ran to the KBC. I told him, well, if the sea succeeds in rooting us out, it will come here because between us, that is the buffer.
The gods will take KBC somewhere. Okay, let's take another phone call.
Where's the
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, JD.
Yes. Yes.
I greet our guests.
Yes.
I'm very, very worried and disturbed. First of all, I thought he was talking of Elger Bariga, but I remember that's under Elger there. Yes, because I listened to his yesterday, Mr. Uncle Jimmy, when he said they're going to bring Elger people. I thought they were Elger Bariga.
No.
Number one, let me say it I have to be very blunt here. Both the traditional rulers, the ballets, the politicians, all of you are culpable. If Elger goes into extinction, issue will never forgive all of you. Sir, all the climate action, the climate change seminar they had the first in Cairo, were you there? You are not there. What have you done with the Ministry of Environment? Also, Patrick is there. What have you done? Today, the governor is from Ondo State. I remember many times.
It's from Elger?
Yes, okay, Elger. Many times, this matter came up in the news. 2 days ago, one of the I think the Paramount Oba there was saying, oh, they should not group them with Jebu people. You are aware of that. Why did he not talk about all of this matter you're talking about? If that place goes finally into extinction, will this still be the traditional ruler? No. This is a very crucial issue. On those days, many that I know they've been talking about making that place a tourist center, whatever. But today, what are we talking about? Go meet your people. Always very, very agitated people. They always get whatever they want from government. Not even using violence. If they want to get it, that is for politics. Why not this matter? I think our national.
Okay, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, I agree with him.
It's true. Very much.
It's true. It's obvious.
So, we want people to visit the site, and see what they can bring to the table. Financially, ideas.
I think that financially, sir, to be very honest with you, the Elger people have the resources. They should have the resources to be able to put a documentary together. They should show some seriousness, like those in the other rivers by Elsa have done, the Ogoni people. Yes, you just have to get your people to be more active. I'd like to be very honest about that. Open a site for other people to come and, there are so many. Even the KBAC is not an ordinary KBAC.
No, he's not.
He's not. People should put their money where their mouth is. So I think you need to address the Elger people more. That this is a personal plight, rather than expect people would come and. I like to be honest with what your expectations should be. Let's pick another. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
Good morning to your guest.
Yes.
Thank you.
About making a documentary, you really don't need a lot of money for that. If you have a young Elger son who has an iPhone, there are award-winning documentaries that have won awards all over the globe, all over the world. They have Cannes, etc.
Oh, there is one documentary in place?
No, I'm saying that all they need for a good documentary is an iPhone. That is it.
Oh, really?
I'm not exaggerating. There are movies that have been made, award-winning movies at Cannes, movies that have won awards at Cannes, shot on an iPhone. An iPhone has all you need to do to do all that. So you don't need all that money. Just a young man who knows we are on an iPhone and a good scriptwriter. That's all you need. Thank you.
You heard what he said?
Yeah. You have such, a situation where they try to highlight the importance of iPhone. But as a professional filmmaker,
oh, you are going to produce the documentary?
By the grace of God.
Okay.
By the grace of God. So I'm going to produce it. So I need the atmosphere. There's in everything there's atmosphere. We call it atmosphere.
Is it to produce the documentary as a work of art or as a means to highlight?
Documentary objective is the same everywhere. Documentary paints a picture of a situation. All right. And then, of course, suggest, because the research will have been done, then suggest the way out, and that is common and basic to production generally.
We'll soon be over. Talk will soon be over, but I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 people calling. Let me take one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yes, this is the one of Odogbolu.
Okay.
Yes. I'm a friend of Elger people.
Yes.
And I have a best pastor there.
Yes.
That's a person of Pastor Famuyiwa from Ugbo.
Yes.
So I've gone there several times. There's a time we have a good hospital in Ugbo. That's Seventh-day Adventist hospital there.
Yes.
But when the Elger and the Shekiri war come up, they destroy everything. And there's nothing like that again there. So what are they going to do to return those Adventist hospital back to Ugbo? Because it really helped Ugbo by then. That place was known all over Nigeria. But now everything has died down. How can they do to revive?
Okay, thank you, sir. We very quickly, we have to close the program because we have less than 2 minutes left. Any parting shot you'd like to give our listeners?
Doc?
Yeah, the part is that basically what we're looking for is that how that place could be developed, how we can do an embankment on that area. That's in essence of this crying and not this our yelling that the place should be embanked and properly embanked. And as it was done in Lagos, was done in River and Delta State, and I think it should be done in those states.
Your parting shots.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, please remember that we are our brother's keepers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why God created us.
Okay.
Yes, for partnership. We are calling on Nigerians to partner us. One, to publicize the idea that Elger will not be allowed to go down.
Okay, sir.
All right. And basically that also, please visit the website odiboshe.co/documentary.
Okay, sir, we have to go. Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Reverend. It's strange calling you Reverend. you know that there are some names that have become brands. It's like when people call me Mr. Jimi Disu. Yeah, look, even my grandsons call me Jimi Disu, and I'm very happy about it. That's how we'll end it for today. I'd like to remind you about the program coming up on Saturday at 9 o'clock on Nelfond. It's very important that if you have as much as gotten an admission into the university, you don't want to miss that program on Saturday, because it's an opportunity, like I said, for our young people to progress in life. I'll see you all tomorrow by His grace, 7:30 in the morning and 9 o'clock. Remember, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So show your madam some love, show your husband some love. If you have a wife and madam, be very careful how you caption the gifts. You don't go and give Dupe's gift to Rachel or Rachel's gift to. Thank you all, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.